What's up?
Oh, not much. How's it going today? You look tired. I'm tired.
Just, you know what? It is what it is. Also, guys, don't turn off the video. My Jets hat. I understand it's a tough goal for us, but hear what we got to say.
Yeah, I was about to say something there. No, I was kidding. But we did have we had a good weekend of fights. I thought I was
We
happy
did.
with it.
It was awesome too because the main event of the UFC ended before Canelo made his ring walk, so I watched both.
Yeah, I like how the UFC was early, so it just worked out perfect. Um, yeah, I didn't have to watch some. Well, I did have to watch a crappy co-main, which we'll get into. Uh, I don't understand that, but let's talk about the UFC.
Let's start with the main event of the prelims. I think Pettis versus Murano.
It was one of those fights where I wanted Murano to actually win, but this is good for Pettis. He's on a 2-fight win streak. He just went to free agency,
Yeah,
so I think you're going to see Benson Henderson versus Pettis, and he's going to follow his brother to Bellator. That's just what makes sense.
yeah, I completely agree. Good win for Ben. I mean for Anthony. Just went off at 170 in his UFC run with wins. Now he's gonna take off and try free agency. Hopefully, gets paid more over there. But I think for sure Bellator is where everyone thinks he's gonna go. But I think he'll go whoever pays him the most money. If one championship or PFL comes to the table, it's like here, man, just opens up the floodgates, gives him all the money. I think he'll go wherever he has to go. He's in the last end of his career. He's gonna try to cash out.
Absolutely, he's just going to try and make money. So I can see him signing with PFL or something too, for sure.
But the Hendo trilogy fight makes sense.
Absolutely.
Okay. Michelle Pereira versus Chaos Williams. This one was deemed
Wasn't
as
that the
fight.
co-main
Well,
or
that was
the?
on the that was the first fight of the main card.
That would have been the middle, wouldn't it?
Wait, hold on. Oh yeah. Sorry, Marcin Tyburo taking on Greg Hardy. My apologies. Yes.
That was the best part of the night. Greg Hardy looked like a little beat. No, I think it made everyone happy to see him actually get TKO'd by a fat guy. He got it coming to him, and it was nice to see. I think I called that. I just don't. Marcin Tyburo is a good fighter, and when Greg Hardy fights good fighters, not great, good fighters, he loses.
So here's my thing. Before the fight, he says he's gonna make easy work of Tybura. He's gonna win the UFC title, and once he's done with MMA, he's gonna go knock out Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and Tyson Fury. You cannot be talking that kind of garbage and then get knocked out by an Andy Ruiz wannabe. You cannot do that.
No, it was. I enjoyed it though.
That being said, Greg Hardy's hands are looking better. That first round, he looked solid.
Yeah, his hands were looking good, but he looked worse than Francis Ngannou did against Stipe on the ground.
Oh, dude, what is he like 32, 33 right now?
Something like that.
Never gonna be a wrestler. He's never gonna be able to defend a takedown. That just showed the game plan. Like you're just gonna get in on a single leg and you're just gonna maul him on the fence until like, he gets tired and he doesn't have his little inhaler to defend himself anymore. He's gonna get put on the ground, he's gonna get beat up. That's just the way it's gonna be for the rest of his career. When he fights good fighters.
Absolutely the best thing of the card for sure.
Marlon Marias getting absolutely violated by Rob Font in
Dealt
the
with.
first.
I think we learned that Mariah's career is coming to an end as a contender. He just can't hang with the guys, and I think his chin is shot. I don't know if I'm able to say that, but
You picked Marlon. I told you Rob Font was going to deal with him. I told you this.
yeah. But now it's he was having a good and it was great until he got hit with a jab. I think.
Yeah, but you could tell he didn't trust his chin right from the get go because he just shot for that single leg takedown right at the beginning, or sorry, double leg takedown right at the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, that could have been his game plan, though. I just think his chin is shot. That's just, and it's sad.
I don't know what we do with him. Like, okay, he has that sketchy win over Aldo, and then he gets dealt with twice in a row by Sandhagen and Rob Font in violent fashion. I don't know what you do with him next.
Well, he's still ranked number 7 now with the new rankings. I think you could give him the loser of Frankie Edgar versus Sandhagen.
If Sandhagen loses that fight, you're not going to see that. But if Frankie loses, maybe.
Yes, sorry, Frankie. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Okay. So then Michelle Pereira taking on Chaos Williams, what was deemed as possibly fight of the night, turned into a huge dud. I don't even really want to talk much about it. It was boring.
Yeah, it was boring. I was glad Chaos Williams lost. It was just his reaction to "I'm the toughest guy in the building" persona. This is the way he was acting. It was good to see him lose. He thought he won the fight. I definitely had it for Pereira. It was a close fight though.
It was close, but can Michelle Pereira please go up the middleweight? The dude is huge at welterweight.
Yeah, he is a big boy.
Holy smokes. Okay, the fight of the night for me, sorry, what I was looking forward to the most, Jose Aldo taking on Marlon Chidobero.
Sorry,
Talk to me.
you mean Cheeto versus the backpack?
Yeah.
It was a good fight for the first 2 rounds. I actually really enjoyed it. It was nice to see Aldo have his moments. The body shot was there. He was landing that leg kick again. It was good to see Aldo just come back for the first 2 rounds. It looked like old fashioned. But that being said, we got to see Aldo use some ground game, which we don't see at all. So I appreciated it in the third round. I definitely scored it. Cheeto thought he won somehow, but I had it 3-0.
I had a 3-0. I think all the judges had a 2-1 for Aldo. I guess you could make an argument for the second round for Cheeto, but I still think Aldo landed the bigger shots in that round as well. So here's my thing. We've known for a long time, like pre-USADA, back to like when the Mark Hominick fights and whatnot, Chad Mendez fights. Aldo doesn't have a gas tank. We know that. We saw that against Peter
I think it's
Yan.
improved, but
We saw against Peter Yan, first 3 rounds, back and forth fight. He won some of those rounds. I don't know how many, but he won some of them. Then fourth and fifth come around, and he drops off. So this stage of his career, he's using his size and his strength advantages at 135, and just trying to get rounds early. As you saw, he looked great early against Cheeto, and he's gonna have to get these guys out of there. I don't know what you do with him next, but it can't be a main event, and it can't be a 5-round fight. It's got to be 3-round.
I think him versus Dominic Cruz would be nice if Cruz wins his next fight.
That's nice. I forgot he did call out TJ Dillashaw, though. That's a great fight.
That'd be a great fight. TJ would make work of him, but it would be a good fight.
Wouldn't be so quick to cut off Aldo on that, but we'll see. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson taking on Jeff Neal. This fight turned out to be really
bad,
bloody.
Oh, it was really good. It was over a headbutt too, but Stephen Thompson just did what he did. He point fighted him. It took all 5 rounds. I mean, the third round was close, but I still gave it. Jeff Neal just didn't know what to do with him, and that's what Wonderboy does. We were both kind of trash talking Wonderboy. I think he was kind of overrated, but he kind of proved us both wrong. Like, he is a great fighter and one of the best strikers in MMA history.
Yeah, he could have plays too because he's beat Vicente Luque now and Jeff Neal. These were guys that were kind of given to him that I think they wanted to show that Wonderboy's past it and kind of have these guys step up. But he dealt with them both. He dealt with them both easily. I think he called up Masvidal. That's like in the rankings makes sense, but Masvidal wants bigger fights than that, so I don't see that happening. But I think he gives problems to the top guys in the division. Like Kobe and Usman are wrestling heavy. I see his range, his distance striking, giving them submissions.
Oh, he's really good with wrestlers, and he has one of the highest takedown defenses. So I'd like to see that happen.
Yeah. Okay. So that is it for
Triple G.
This week we're gonna move on to boxing. There's no fights this weekend, so we're just doing recaps for it. Okay, Triple G, talk to me about it.
Man, I was on heaven. Like, it was awesome seeing that. It was like an old school 2017 Triple G come back. 4 knockdowns. He just looked smooth. His jab was on point. Like, that guy has a chin. I'll give him that. But the fight should have been stopped sooner, in my opinion. The guy had no answer for him, and he took away an undefeated guy's record, it's not a big name, but it's still an undefeated fighter, which is good.
In his prime, too, 30 or 31 years old. So like I said, the left hook was going to be the weapon there. He dropped him twice, 2 of the 4 drops with a left hook. And a new little wrinkle to Triple G's game, I don't know if you noticed this, he was working the body. We never see him
working the body.
So that makes me think he's in the Canelo fights. Canelo was dripping G's body up badly. And that's where he's doing most of his damage. So I think he kind of learned from that. And he's like, if we do this trilogy fight with Canelo, I'm going to have to take something from him and use the body shots against him. So they were beautifully timed uppercuts, hooks. And Triple G looked bodied up, man. The man has been hitting the weights.
Oh, he looked like he's been jacked. He looked in the best shape of his life.
I'm not going to sit here and say that it's vintage Triple G because we did see when he fought Derevyanchenko, who is a level above Zermita, he was not quite the same. That being said, it could have been a bad night. We don't know. But it was
a year off, and he didn't look that chiseled, though.
No, but this was definitely a vintage performance. It was good to see. And this makes me hopeful for a Canelo trilogy. I'd be interested in it now.
Do you think Triple G is a Hall of Famer?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. It was just a question I was curious about.
You don't?
No, I do 100%. I just know a lot of people bash him and a lot of people love him. So
Okay, so we're gonna roll on to Saturday night. That was Friday night. We had Canelo Alvarez taking on.
you got to talk about the co-main.
Okay,
Classy.
go ahead. Go ahead.
We had an amateur fighter in the co-main of Canelo coming up to make his pro debut in a 4-round fight, butterbean style. Next. Sorry, I just wanted to say that.
See what the zone does, man. They have this time slot, and if their fights don't take up the whole time, they have what are called swing bouts, and they'll just plug them in. So you don't even know if you're gonna fight that night. It's just like, okay, we have to fill in, so you two are gonna go fight, and then they had to fill in before the main event, so they had two guys nobody knew who even existed. Just jump into the co-main. It's not a good look. It's a terrible look. I agree.
It was this horrible. I mean, it's good for those fighters coming off into a second win or whatever, but I don't know. People don't want to see that.
No. Okay. So Canelo taking on Calum Smith. A lot of people thought this might be Canelo's biggest challenge. We had like a 7-inch height difference or something.
It was 6'3" to 5'8", so yeah, I think it was 6.
Ridiculous.
I'm not gonna be honest. I passed out right before the walkout.
How dare you? You didn't watch it? You haven't seen it since?
No, I don't waste my time with that guy.
Dude, there's nothing you can say negative about Canelo after that performance. There's nothing you can say.
He's a good fighter. I've seen the highlights of it. I mean, it's a Canelo performance.
But no, like a Canelo performance is like, oh, a lot of people are like, oh, he picks people past their prime. Oh, he edges out wins decision. He won every round. Maybe one. You could give one to Callum. Maybe one.
It was good to see him get a decision because he has lost a lot of rounds recently and then he knocks him out. So it is good to see him actually get a big decision win.
Right. So what do I take from this is Canelo is on a different level. I don't know what you do with him because anywhere from 160 to 175, there's a couple guys that maybe give him some problems. Like we said, Triple G, David Benavidez would be some problem. Artur Beterbiev at 175, but there's not one name out there that I can pick from those three weight divisions. It's like, oh yeah, that's the guy that's going to give Canelo problems. He's on this different level right now.
I would like to see him versus. I don't think the Triple G fight is going to happen. I don't think it needs to happen. We're over that. It'd be okay. But I would like to see Spence versus Canelo.
So Spence calls out Canelo before the fight, and he will not even unify with the other guy at the weight division there. But you want him to move up to the weight division to get absolutely knocked out cold violently by Canelo Alvarez?
I don't think it's. I think he has the size to go up, so I think it'd be fair. I don't think he'd win. I think it'd be a lot closer than you're making it out to be. I think it'd be like an 8-4. I don't think you'd knock him out.
I don't think it goes 6 rounds, baby.
We'll have to see.
The speed advantage is with Canelo. The power is with the Canelo. The head moves with Canelo. I don't know what does Spence bring to the table other than he's a southpaw.
I just think it'd be a nice, good challenge for Spence. Or Terrence Crawford. Maybe he could go up.
If one of them's going to go up, I'd rather Spence go up because he's the naturally bigger guy. He's fought at 154 before. I think Crawford's going to have to do 154 though. I think because there's nothing there for him at welterweight. The PBC guys won't fight him, so it's going to have to be a jump to 154 for Crawford, but not 160. I don't know. I don't want to see Crawford get laid out cold on the.
I just do.
Dude, I can't. It would literally like either of those guys coming up get knocked out. I'm telling you, violently.
Yeah. Anyway, but it is a good setup for the Triple G fight, coming to think about it. But with the perfect weekend with them both fighting, there's no reason for it not to happen. The Benavidez fight would be good. Before we go, we did have an announcement today of the Chandler versus Dan Hooker.
Yeah, is it official yet? I know they're talking about it.
I'm pretty sure it's official for the co-main.
Okay, great. That's on the Conor Poirier co-main?
Yeah, which that card was looking not juicy, so it makes it a little juicier.
Okay, so we're really in the middle of a lightweight tournament. We had Felder, RDA. Now we had Oliveira versus Ferguson, and now we got those two fights on that card. Man, I'm liking the way this is shaping up.
Yeah, I'm liking the lightweight division. I would like to see, maybe Tony Ferguson fight the loser of that fight. Make sense?
I kind of like Felder for Tony right now, or Nate Diaz.
That would be good. Both would be good.
But that being said, I don't like the Hooker fight for Michael Chandler. That was the one guy I did not want him to fight.
I do think Hooker destroys him just because he's going to hit him. He's too short and he's going to catch a knee coming in or something. It's not a good fight for him.
And you don't want to fight the biggest, most durable guy in the division when you're one of the shortest guys in the division.
No, it's just a bad fight.
Yeah, I don't. How the hell did Hooker make 145? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, he's a weight bully.
That's gonna be a great card. They're probably not gonna have any other fights of anybody you know on there because that's with Connor fights. But those two fights make that worth buying for sure.
Absolutely. And I think that's it for today.
Shout out to Canelo Alvarez. If you haven't seen that fight, go watch that 12-round domination. Broke up the body, and Thompson held up, which is impressive. But we're out.
All right, bye.